Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 3. Lesson 2 is a bit long because we covered a lot of that focus writing in newspaper reports, so I'll try and make this one a little bit snappier. Okay, let's get stuck straight into our mental maths, and we're on Wednesday, so if you want to head up your page, week 1, Wednesday. Put your name at the top, please, so as I always say, so that when you photograph it and send it through, I don't get it muddled up, and put it in your right folder. Wednesday, the 22nd of April. Comma, 2020, and we're on Mathmentals. And then just number each one as you go down the page. You guys have been doing a really good job of heading these up, by the way. And number 1. Okay, as we always start off with number 1 on a Wednesday, what's the time? Have a look at the clock on the wall. Whatever the hour hand has gone past, we're writing it in digital, and count round the minute hand, the long hand. Okay, which shapes are similar? Is A and B similar? I'd say so, because they're the only ones with equilateral sides, the 4 sides that are even. Okay, for this pattern here, it's going 4, 9 and 14. So we work out how it's going up by counting the difference in between the number. We also call that an algebraic rule, and we used to in the classroom when we counted this up, we'd do a little loop underneath and we'd write the rule underneath plus whatever. We know it's going up, so figure that out now and pause. Right, for us, we've worked out that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 5, so the rule's plus 5, so we go up to 19 here. Right, 1,010,000 is a numeral. We started with 1 million, then 1,000,001, and now we're doing 1,010,000, so do that. Pause and do it first and then come back and check the answer. So 1,010,000. Okay, 6 take away 0.3, so we've got a whole number of 6 and we're taking away 0.3. So we think of 6 then, and I'll do it over here, we put a decimal on it so we can think about it. Now remember, this 10th place is made up of 10 different units, right? So if we take away 3 of those, that leaves us with 7, but then we have to balance this side. So this becomes a, just checking, yep, this becomes a 5. So the answer is 5.7. Okay, the next one is an octagon has how many sides? Well, an octagon's like an octopus, so it has 8 sides. What is the 24-hour time for 9 p.m? So we remember that after midday, the 24-hour time clicks in. So when it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon, we add 12 to it, and it's actually 1,300 hours. So if you count round the clock from 1 to 9, 1,300 hours, the answer is 2,100 hours. Okay, next one, 70 equals double A. So A is, how are we going to work that out? If we double something to get 70, well, we can't multiply 70 by 2 because that's already the big number. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 2. So we do our little house around 70. 2 into 7, 2, 4, 6 is 3 and 1 over. And 2 into 10 is 5. So our answer is 35. Our next one, 2 to the power of 4, which means 2 to the power of 4 means 2 times 2 times 2. So we go along and we say 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Well, I've missed one out there. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. Okay, next one. Measure this line in millimeters. So that looks about 1 centimeter to me, and there's 10 millimeters in every centimeter. So 10 millimeters. If you want to measure that exactly, if you've got it at home or off the screen, and put in any decimals you can, or just as a centimeter and then add it on. So if you measured that, let's say, and it was 1.2 millimeters, 1.2 centimeters, then it would become 12 millimeters. Simplify 6 over 9. So we've got 6 over 9, and remember the rule with fractions is we always try and make them as small as possible. So what number goes into both of those? And the answer is 3. So 3 goes into 6, 2, and goes into 9, 3. So 2/3. If a clock shows 3 o'clock, what is the size of the angle between the hands? This is exactly the same we did the other day. So the hour hand's there, the minute hand's there, and we learned that a circle's 360 degrees. We halve that circle, it's 180, and if we quarter it, it's 90 degrees at every quarter. So the answer is 90. Right, percentages means out of 100. So even though this is money, we still apply the same principles. This is nice and easy for us. So 20% of $100 is $20. Okay, 8 times 12. You could go and have a look at a times table chart if you wanted to, or you could actually work it out like this. 8 times 2 is 16. We put down the 1, down the 6 and carry the 1. And some of you were doing that one, so you remembered it, the little plus 1 up the top. And 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So the answer is 96. Half of 90. Once again, you can divide that by 2, which is, write it down, 45. Now this one's a bit of a tricky one, only just because I don't know anything about this sort of stuff. But if a utility had a mass of vehicle unladen, so tar means the total mass of the vehicle, of 1,200 kilograms. So if you got into a ute and you weighed it, that's how much it weighed. And the aggregate or the gross laden mass of 2,000 kilograms. So this means this is when it's unladen, this is just the vehicle, and this is when it is fully loaded up with something in the back. What mass can it carry? So if we have what the vehicle weighs with something in the back, as well as what the vehicle is when it hasn't got any in, if we take that one away from that one, that's going to give us how much we can, what's the load capacity, how much can we carry. So we 0, 0, 0 take away 0, 0 take away 2 we can't do. We cross out the 2, make that a 1, pop that in there and make it a 10, but straight away we know that 10 take away 2 is 8, so the answer is 800 kilograms. Then we have 9 multiplied by 2/3. Multiplication, we know that we leave the denominators the same. So 9 multiplied by 2/3. So we pop the 9 over a 1. And we say 9 times 2 is 18. 1 times 3 is 3. However, that's an improper fraction, so we need to work out what goes into both. And so 3 goes into 18 6 times. So the answer is 6. If a jar contains 4 chocolate chip cookies, 6 Anzac cookies and 10 coconut cookies, what is the probability of picking a chocolate chip cookie? Well, we remember how to do these ones. These are easy. So how many chocolate chip cookies are there in total? There are 4 chocolate chip cookies. But to work out the chances of picking out those 4, we've got to count up all the rest. So 4 plus 6 is 10, plus another 10, and that's 20. So 4/20 is the answer there. We need to reduce that though, and I was just checking if we do need to reduce it, and we do. So what goes into both of those? 2 goes into 4 twice, and into 20 10 times. We can even reduce that further. 2 goes into 2 once, and into 10 5. So the answer is 1/5. I'll take 4/20 as well, but reduce it down to 1/5. Last one, the meaning of 8 in 85,633 is, when they say meaning, they mean the value. So it was 85,000 and we want to find out what the 8 is. So we take the 8 and we use however many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 there actually represent 80,000. And 6 to the power of 2 just means that we go 6 by 6. We do it twice, so 6 times 6 is 36. And that's our math mentals. Let's move on to our BODMAS. And we're up to this page now. And what this first page on page 6 is telling us, some people have already done this one, so we'll just go through this very quickly. This is the trickiest page, I think. What this one is saying to us that these are these numbers, and without BODMAS, we get a different answer each time. So, for example, 8 plus, and if we put the brackets around 4 times 6, so we go 4 times 6, which is 24, take away 5, and then add 8, we get 27. But if we go if we make it so that it is, we move the brackets around in a different way, we get 12, and then for the next one, we put the brackets on 8 plus 4 to do it first. Then we multiply by 6 and take away 5, that's 67. And here, if we put the brackets here and then put them here, we get the answer 12. Sorry, I had to think about that one for a second. So here what they've asked you to do is put the signs in to make these make sense. And I had a look at this, and this is a little bit tricky, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a hand. So here, the first thing I'd be doing is timesing this, 4 times 3, which equals 12. Put your brackets around that, and then add 4, that gives you 16. For number 2, I would be going 6, 7, take away 6, that's your first bracket, and then add 11 to give you 12. Because 7 take away 6 is 1, and then add 11 to give you 12. Here, this one's 8. If we go to 2 times 4 straight up, it's going to be too big. So it's 2 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, you can also go 2 times 2 plus 4. Number 4 is 2 plus 2 in brackets times 4. And 5 is 4 plus, and then 3 times 3 is in brackets to give you 13. Number 6, how are we going to get this to it? So this is 20, so we know if we add 4 plus 6, but then if we add 4, that's only going to be 14. So we go 4 times 6 in brackets plus 4. Now just have a little play with these last ones and see if you can figure that out. You can pause it while you figure those out, and I will, so this is 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, how did you go? So this is 35, so this one looks pretty easy. So if we go 10 times 3, which gives us 30, and then add 5. Number 8 is 2 plus 2, which gives us 4. 2 plus 2 is 6, and then divided by 6, which gives you 1. Number 9 will go 24 divided by 2, which is 12, and then take away 4, and that takes us back to 8. And number 5 is 5 plus, and in brackets 4 times 4, which gives you 21. Then what I want you to do is there's only this page, and this talks about more and less than. So you need to work these ones out on either side. I'd do the brackets above and write the number above and then add the 6. Same here, brackets above and add the 6. Is this more or less, or is it the same? So just go through and work those out following the BODMAS principle, which is brackets, order, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, and then you can put in if it's more or less than or equal to. And do this little problem down here. Don't forget to head this up, with the name at the top of the page and the date. And then there's some speed ones there that you can work your way through. Now, once you've gone through those and you want to check them, the last few pages, the answers are in the back. But try and work through and do this on your own. And that concludes BODMAS, and I may include a little activity for the rest of the week that we can do All right, well, that's maths today. That's all our lessons done. I hope that helps, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.